Today we're going to talk and continue our conversation of the art of cool. The art of cool is a series of how I think that there are a lot of signifiers and signals to show how an individual is cool, effortless, without trying too hard. And it's a new status symbol, if you want to call it. Today's art of cool is wearing clothes that look genuinely aged and worn in. And now, so I've got notes. This time it's not in a notebook, it's in my laptop, so I'm just referring to the points. Okay, very short answer why, and then we go into a bit more details. Why? Because the whole idea of clothes or bags or footwear that, and even like sofa furniture that looks aged in, that looks used, that looks like there is genuinely aged with the passing of time, is very cool because the only factor to this is time. And time is the only asset in the entire world that cannot be faked, cannot be fabricated, and the passage of time is shown in the item. It cannot be reversed, it cannot be manufactured. It is a very specific thing that only comes with time. And this factor, this signal, where you could show the passage of time being added into your piece of garment, piece of furniture, is something that it holds a special place in my heart, and to me that is super cool. A lot of the idea of this in my head, like this whole art of cool is just me in my head explaining what I think is cool, and I just want to share that. For example, the first thing that triggered this entire series is that being offline is cool. It's quite ironic that I'm talking about all of these online, but I'm just doing this as part of archiving my thoughts, and I just need a separate place to store these videos because these video files are way too big and I can't store them in my database. It's too expensive to store them. So, alright. The whole notion where looking aged, looking vintage, looking worn, well worn, worn in, is something, to me, a very specific thing, because a way to insult someone is to tell them you buy brand new furniture. You have to buy brand new furniture. And it's an insult because it means that you do not have furniture that's passed down from your family. And there is quite a thing, a heritage perhaps, where you never buy new things, you buy things that's used, that's worn by the previous generation, and it's so high quality that it can exist for generations. And we see that in a lot of, let's talk about the upper class, the echelon of upper class, and that's the royal family. Let's take the British royal family. A lot of their jewels, a lot of their dresses, they are passed down, jewels especially, they're passed down from Queen Victoria to Queen Elizabeth I to second, and to all the generations in this royal household, like the royal family. So there is some form of culture, some of je ne sais quoi, coolness, that is evident in the passing down of items. So, to me, and maybe I'm biased because a lot of things are just passed down, and so maybe I'm biased, but I think it's super cool to have items in your house, in your wardrobe, that is well worn, that is properly used, that contains the heritage of time. So why is that cool? I think that's a signifier, because that is something that is extremely hard to be manufactured. The Miu Miu Spring Summer 2026, they do have a collection where they're trying to make leather pieces look distressed, look like there's patina, look like it's aged and vintage. But it's all manufactured, right? And it's a bit different. If you have real items that go through the passage of time, it looks different, it feels different, and you cannot find the same thing twice, because it is molded to how you use it, how you wear it, how you abuse it by wearing it. I do have a few examples. but I just only want to showcase two bags because my shoes are primarily all leather shoes, and they're amazing. I've got one pair of slides-ish kind of shoe that is vegetable leather tan, and it's amazing. It's so soft. I have a K Jacques slippers made in Saint-Tropez, and I have abused it every single summer. It has just molded to my feet. I can't imagine anyone else wearing it because it has absolutely molded to my feet, and they are so comfortable. I abuse them all the time because that's the pair of slippers or the sandals that I bring with me every summer, and I wear them everywhere, to the beach, to the city, everywhere. It has been completely abused, and I'm still wearing it because it's amazing. It's so comfortable, and the leather, well, it has also gone through rain and shine and seawater. It's quite embarrassing because, that's why I don't want to show it, but it has been completely used. I love it, and I'll keep wearing it until it completely breaks apart. But until then, I'll keep wearing it because there's just something, I don't know, the only way I could say is je ne sais quoi about it. It holds stories, memories, and it shows the passage of time in my slippers or in my sandals. And I really love that because it's something that you can't replicate. Even if I find someone else, and I've never seen anyone else wear that slippers. I've seen it sold, so I bought it in Milan, but I've seen it sold in Brooklyn. Yeah, I went to Brooklyn twice, I think. So I saw it in the nice area of Brooklyn. They were selling for like $350 before taxes. It's crazy. It's cheaper to buy in Milan. Way cheaper to buy in Milan. And so I have never seen anyone wear that sandals out in my life, and I've traveled quite extensively, I would say. I've never seen anyone wear those sandals, and I love it. I love that it's mine. Okay, but I'm digressing. I want to show you two pieces, and then I want to talk about why this is cool, because that's the point of this. This is the art of cool. The first one that I will show you is this raw leather backpack that I got from an artisan. They specialize in leather. And this is actually a men's leather backpack, and it's made for, at least in the ads, it looks like it's made for motorcyclists. You know, those rugged with those big leather jacket, and then they have like really heavy duty leather because they are taking their motorcycles on long road trips, so they need stuff that's good quality, that's sturdy, that stands the test of time and rain and weather and shine over. So, well, naturally, I know that's good material, and so I bought one. I have this since 2022, yes. And between 2022 and like 2024, this is the only backpack, or this is pretty much the only bag you'll see me wear. Everywhere I go. I was usually traveling 2 to 3 months at a time, like little sprints. So this is the backpack with me. Every single trip, this is the backpack that I have. Even if it's just a 3-day trip, it will be the backpack and maybe a small little bag, or it's just everything in this backpack. This is my backpack. I have worn this in rain, in shine, in a lot of rain actually. It's insane, okay? This has gone through a lot of shit with me. And I love it. I still love it. I don't really wear backpacks now because I'm in my handbag era. But I'm definitely wearing this a lot still. So because I've worn this so much, you know, it has patinaed in a very, very, very beautiful way. The interesting thing about this leather, they're all full grain leather. I love full grain leather, genuine leather. You know, that's a whole different topic, but genuine leather is not leather that I buy full grain leather. So this is full grain leather. There are two kind of full grain leather, big categories, and then you go into small categories after the different types of leather. Is it calf? Is it cattle? There are a lot of different details, but we're not going over there. There are two kinds. One is where it's a bit shiny and glossy, like this Ferragamo one that I have. This is box leather, so it's treated, and this is not treated. There's a name for it. I don't know what it's called, but I just call it raw leather. I really like this raw leather rugged style, and my laptop sleeve is also in this kind of leather, and I really like it because it truly keeps, like, I think this patina is very, very, very well. Patina is this agedness that comes on leather with the test of time. So you can see that, for example, even in a flat surface like this. It has different colors, it has scratches, because this has gone with me to so many places, so many hotels, so many airlines, and probably buses and taxis. It's insane, okay? This is a workhorse. You know, I've traveled with this so many. Yeah, anyway, it's insane how often I use this. So you can also see, for example, this part is the base. So it's a lot darker because it has a lot more contact surface, and it's a lot smoother. This part has less, it touches less surfaces, because sometimes I just put it on my rolling suitcase, and it's much lighter. And this, if I carry it in a backpack, you know, the middle part will touch me, so it's a bit darker. The color, it's a bit different in color. This backpack, oh, I love this, okay? I love this. I carry this everywhere. And it's very, very good leather. So, and it has, you know, it has scratches, it has different colors, it has so many scratches. Oh, there's another big scratch in here. But to me, these are all stories to tell. There's heritage in this, and you know, as time goes by, as I use this, as I don't know, maybe give it to one of you guys to use it. Please don't sell this. This is amazing. It's one of my favorite backpacks. It's my favorite backpack actually. I want to. I know that it will patina even better. It just ages so well because it's such good high quality leather. And this is something that you can't buy. Whatever Miu Miu does, you just can't get this level of beauty. And this will only get better with age. And another fun fact is that brand new leather is quite stiff. You know, when I first bought this, it was quite stiff. It was quite hard to put things in there. But as I have completely abused this, and I'm continuously abusing this, the leather becomes soft to touch. And it's kind of like linen and silk and cashmere. It gets softer as you use it, as you wear it, and it's amazing. This is my favorite backpack. I will have to use this a bit more. It's just amazing. And yeah, I remember one of my birthdays, I was in Florence, and I went to a leather workshop because I want to learn how to make leather. I wanted to learn how to play with leather. Made a few little things with leather, and then I needed to punch a little bit more holes. So I took my backpack with me to the leather workshop to go and do some workshop, and I got them to punch a little more holes for me as well. So love this. This is my favorite backpack ever. And I've had a lot of backpacks in my life, but this is my favorite ever. The other one is this Ferragamo box leather. I would say that my favorite leather is box leather. I have quite a lot of box leather pieces because I think it just ages so well. It has this very nice matte shine to it, and as it ages, this is old. As it ages, it just gets a lot softer, and the shine is just amazing. It's very unique in its own right. So if you take two of this pass, and you use it, two different people use it for 40 years, it comes back again, you compare side to side, the leather just looks different. It will be soft, but it will look very different based on how you use it and how it patinas. So I really like the age of use of these pieces because, and I'll talk about that later, but I think it's so important, or I just think it's so cool to look at something and you know that it is old, but it's still of very, very high quality. I think that's cool. Now, let's talk about why that is cool, because this is the whole point of this video. Okay, first point, life is a signal. Everything is about signal. Why do people buy expensive cars? Why do people buy expensive cars in a city where you can't drive very far and very fast? Because you need to signal, or you're looking to signal your wealth. Why do people do anything? It's all about signaling, right? At one point with this whole NFT craze, people were spending thousands of dollars to buy an internet picture, a JPEG, it's called, to put as a profile picture, PFP. They spend thousands of dollars to buy something that is just on the internet, a picture on the internet. It's just some pixels. It's ridiculous. But life is all about signaling. whatever you do to signal might not be relevant to everyone, but to the right community, you mean something. And so in the world of spending thousands of dollars to buy a pixel picture to put as your profile picture, I don't care about it, but I do know that there is a community that will respect you because you have that picture. Wild, right? Yes. But life is all about signal. And I think, to me, having items that you can tell is old, but you can also tell is good quality, to me that's a huge signal that you're super cool and I want to be friends with you. Why? Because number one, the only clothes that can age are clothes of good garment, good material, and to me it means that you're cool because you know what's good material. It's very similar to whiskey. I am a big whiskey drinker. I do have a lot of whiskeys. I'm trying to cut down on whiskey. And all my whiskeys are very aged. They are like 20-something years old. I typically like to drink a 25. 30 is also good, but 30 is very rare to find. And so I like very, very good whiskey, very aged whiskey. For a whiskey to go to that state, it needs to be very high quality. There are a lot of other aspects in the whole, let's say I'm drinking a 25-year-old, right? From the day that the whiskey is made to 25 years later that enters my glass to drink, there's so many things that can go wrong in this 25 years. So for something to exist in the bottle for 25 years, there's so many things that needs to go right. So many things need to go right that attributes to very, very good quality in the item. So to me, that is why I care about good quality. That's why it's super cool to me that it's good that is good quality with the test of time. They also bear the mark of time. It also for items to be like that, they also need to be worn. And I think that beautiful things need to be used, need to be worn. It's not like, the people who have Birkin bags, they just keep them in a shelf with all these glass doors or whatever because it never gets used. I think that's quite silly. You are not a museum. You are a real life person to use these things in your real life. I use all my things. The more expensive it is, the more I'm going to use it because I need to reduce the cost per wear. And so, to me, it is something that is worn, that has stories to tell, that withstand the test of time. It's just such a beautiful piece, and I love that. I think that is super cool. It's super cool that someone is willing to take their items and use it and beat the crap out of it to use it. That is cool. And then for it to stand the test of time, it just needs to be high quality. I like high quality. I think high quality is cool. So I like that. And yeah, I have a line here that says, personally, there is something truly cool about usage, where something is used truly and almost abused instead of being kept like in a museum. Good quality will stand the test of time and usage. So quality materials with signs of usage is true coolness. And true coolness is authentic. It's high quality. It cannot be mass manufactured. Whatever Miu Miu wants to do with their distressed leather, whatever people are doing with their jeans, to make it distressed, it's kind of silly to me. True high quality material will look like that after the age of time through true wear and tear. And I think that is real coolness. So buy things, take care of them, use them, pass them on, and create the collection this way. A lot of my things are all passed down for 2 generations. I'm the 3rd generation. Sometimes it's just my mom, sometimes it's from the generation before my mom. So I do have a lot of different things that are passed down, and I think I'm cool. So I think a way to attribute to my coolness is that a lot of my things are aged. There is a sense of time in there, and they're true, unique, high quality pieces. And that's it. That is today's video of the art of coolness. Signs of wear.